Hello and welcome to what is probably, hopefully, and better be the last winter month review video that I do here actually in Antarctica. So this video is going to talk all about September, which was a crazy busy month, so I apologize if this video is a bit longer. There will be an October one as well, but if all goes well, I will be making that in November, and I will not be here anymore, which is crazy to think about. It's coming to an end, and that is just absolutely unreal. But let's just jump right into the video. So the first thing I want to talk about, as I have for the past, I think, few months, is the sun and light, because a lot of things happened in that department this month. So as you guys saw in the August review video, there is some sunlight starting to come onto the horizon, and progressively it was getting brighter and brighter and brighter as the month went on. And then the first big day that kind of started to signal the beginning of the end of this winter was on September 6th, was when we actually took down the window covers. You probably remember back in, it was March or April, one of those 2 months, was when we put the window covers up because we can't let white light outside the station, and we brought those down because it was officially too light outside for any of those light sensitive experiments to be happening anymore. So those cameras were turned off and covered up, and we got to take the window covers down, which was honestly truly incredible. And yeah, you could see outside. I mean, I'll be honest, in the beginning it's so dark out and the windows are kind of tinted and reflective, you can't see anything, it's just black. But each day, you know, a little more light started happening on the horizon, which then brought me to the huge day, which was September 19th. That was the official day of sunrise, which, if you remember from sunset time, it's impossible to really know exactly when the sun sets or rises due to a lot of different factors here, whether it be weather and the refraction, and how even though the horizon looks flat, it's technically not really flat way back, you know, way miles away. So you can't tell it's impossible to predict exactly when the sun is going to rise. But the 19th was the first day that I saw the sun. The first day that I saw the sun in like 6 months. There aren't really any words to describe how incredible that feeling was. So rather than try to do it here, I'm actually just going to go ahead and show you a little video. I pulled out the camera about 30 minutes after I saw the sun for the first time, and yeah, you can see my reaction there, but it was pretty magical. Check it out. Want to see something amazing? It's the sun! It's the sun! Now, I saw it first about 20-30 minutes ago out the window, and it was a little bit clearer. It's getting a little bit foggier on the horizon, so you can't see it quite as well as I could earlier, but I could see the sliver of sun. And I have not seen that since March. It is past mid-September at this point, and I have not seen the sun since March until right now. It's amazing. I honestly don't even really have words. I mean, look at it. It's so beautiful. And it's a beautiful day. I mean, there's barely any wind, and it's kind of warm out. I'm literally wearing like slippers right now. But yeah, wow. The sun is back. The night is over. The winter is almost over. About a month left, and that's it. Oh man, so good. Yeah, it was a pretty special moment. Yeah, it was interesting. My last winter when I was here in 2017, the sunrise, it was pretty bad weather, so I didn't really see it quite like I did this time, and yeah, it was magical. As you can tell, there are no words for the feeling of seeing that glowing orb for the first time in half a year. And it was pretty special. But with the sun actually rising, that following weekend, just a couple days later, on the 21st of September, was our sunrise dinner. So if you've been following along this whole winter, you know that we have 3 big dinners throughout the year, and those are the sunset dinner, the midwinter dinner, and the sunrise dinner. And this was, yeah, sunrise was this one, and it was honestly my favorite of the 3. It was a really cool thing. It was more casual than all the other ones. We had tables kind of spread out everywhere, and they were preparing food kind of like coming out a little bit at a time, and I mean, it was just the most fantastic little bites. We had like buffalo burger sliders and poke bites and these Asian barbecue ribs and all these other stuff. And personally, I got to do something very special as well, which was open a really great bottle of wine. This is a bottle of Burgundy. I kept the bottle. Unfortunately, I don't think I could take it home. I'm gonna have to recycle it, but I've been keeping it since. But it's a bottle of Burgundy, which is my favorite wine region in the world. And this is the first nice bottle of wine that I ever purchased when I started becoming interested in wine, and I've been holding on to it. I was from 2011, so I decided South Pole was a perfect time to open it, and so I brought it here, and sunrise was a great occasion. This is so random, but something that excited me. It was just a great dinner. It was honestly, like I said, the best dinner of the season, I think. And on top of that, we had a really, really fun little party afterwards. We set up karaoke and had like a little bar going, which is something we don't have a bar here. So being able to kind of have that sort of environment where you walk up and kind of like order a drink was really special as well. So super fantastic night. The sun was up, and yeah. Speaking of which, though, do you want to see what it looks like outside right now? Because it's pretty crazy. Because the sun is like up. Yeah. I mean, we're literally. Today was supposed to be our first flight. The weather kind of canceled it, but I mean, we are, yeah, the sun is up. So that, here, I'll show you. Look at that. The sun is completely up. Oh my goodness. And now it's like warm. Like it is negative 55 degrees instead of like negative 80. It's so good. And also check this out. Over there, you've got the runway and all that stuff. So you got the pump house and the fuel barn and all that stuff. So that's where I'm gonna be hanging out when the planes come in and they need some fuel. So, but yeah, look at that. It is an absolutely stunning day today. Beautiful, incredible stuff. Feels good, feels good. All right, let's go back inside. So yeah, that is the sun. As you can tell, obviously a lot of stuff happened in September when it comes to the actual sun, and it is a big thing. And like I said, it is up now, and that is the big thing that really shows that we are at the end of the winter. Actually, that was the next thing I want to talk about, was how September was really big in taking steps to get us to the end of the season. So the first big thing that happened was once it was light out again, the sun wasn't necessarily fully up, but once it was light out on September 12th was the day that our heavy equipment operator started grooming the runway. And that was also a pretty special thing to see. I brought the camera out for that as well, so you can check that out. It's pretty crappy weather in it, but here, take a look. So check this out. There he is. That's our heavy equipment operator. He is grooming the runway right there. He's getting it ready for us to get out of here. Oh my goodness. So as you can see, he's out there and he was, flattening the runway, and over the course of the next couple weeks, people were putting out the flags out there for the planes, and just recently we got the fuel pits all set up. So it was basically a step-by-step process to get us ready to accept planes, which we are now 100% ready for. But September was a big chapter because it was the beginning of all that. The second big thing that we've been doing, starting in September, and we're now doing it through October as well, until the first summer flight arrives, which is that we are doing Mighty Mouse. So, as you saw in various other videos, one of the big things we do here every week is House Mouse, which is basically you have a 4-person team and you clean one part of the station each week to make sure that the station stays clean. Well, the last few weeks leading up to the summer, we are doing something called Mighty Mouse, which is basically just a deep clean. So every Saturday we stop work an hour even earlier than normal Saturday for House Mouse, and we start Mighty Mouse. So your 4-person team will get assigned to something like maybe the galley, and while you're in there, you're just going to be like scrubbing the walls and wiping dust off the tops of the lamps and anything else, like really getting in there and cleaning beyond what you generally would do, because we want the station to look tip-top for when the summer crew arrives. You know, you want to present a good impression of the winter, and also you just, you know, you want the new people and the people that are returning to come back to a nice clean space to do their summer season. But those were kind of like some of the big things that happened. On top of that, there are also a couple of really fun events. On September 7th was notably one of them, and it was probably, honestly, one of the top 3 coolest things I've ever gotten to do here in Antarctica. I mean, it was unreal. And that is that it's so cool. We managed to get a private Skype call with the International Space Station. So one of the people that's a real prominent figure here at the South Pole is Robert Schwartz. He's an astronomer. I feel like I've probably tossed his name around before, but this is his 15th winter that he is spending here at the South Pole. It's actually his last winter, which is crazy. He's packing up all his stuff in something, which is a rare sight because, you know, he usually just leaves stuff here. But anyways, he has a really incredible story. So 2 of the astronauts that are currently at the space station, Christina and Luca, he knows them both very well. Christina, he wintered with here at the South Pole, so she has been here and done this thing, and now she's in the International Space Station as an astronaut. And then the second one, Luca, Robert was actually trying to be an astronaut, and he made it to the very final stages of the selection process for the European Space Agency. And one of the guys that he was going through that process with, Luca, ended up getting selected, and he's now currently on the space station as well. So the 2 of them, we got a private Skype call with them for a whole hour. Unfortunately, I'm not allowed to show any pictures or videos. Actually, I can show this picture of kind of us, you know, while we were getting ready. You can see where the space station is over the map, but unfortunately, I cannot show any videos or pictures from the actual event due to NASA's privacy stuff, but it was pretty unreal. I mean, we got to talk to them. Like, I grabbed the microphone and I asked a question about time zones and all that stuff, and it was live with space. So that's unreal, because you know, obviously the space station does, you know, various outreach things quite frequently, but we essentially got we got a Skype call equivalent to the ones that they get with family. So it was a very, very, very special thing to do, and like I said, probably one of the top 3 coolest things I've gotten to do here in Antarctica at all. And yeah, it was unreal. Definitely unreal. But anyways, the second big event that was exciting aside from things like that and the sunrise dinner was on the 22nd. We had like a little mini spa day here at the South Pole. So Josh Neff, we've seen in many of my videos.
Good old Josh is here.
All right, Josh. He is actually a trained massage therapist in 3 different countries, Indonesia, Thailand, and the US. And so he was actually putting on a massage class every week. You know, I was talking about how there's classes that exist people can take, and he was putting on a massage class every week, and you know, I was a part of that, and we were learning all kinds of different styles of massage and all kinds of stuff like that, and it was really neat. So on the 22nd, we kind of put together this event, everyone that was taking the class, and we offered like a little spa day. So we had a TV, you know, showing planet Earth, and then we were doing manicures and pedicures and facials and full body massages, and we had a little bar set up, so I was like making margaritas and stuff like that. So it was a really good time. I mean, and stuff like that is just so special and important because it's something different. This place is really, really cool and really unique, but unfortunately, a lot of times things can end up feeling a bit like Groundhog Day, because a lot of the times same things happen even every weekend. So being able to have some sort of really unique event like that people really enjoyed, you know, some people were a bit shy, but eventually they came in, and it was a lot of fun. People had a really good time. So we had a little spa day, which was pretty special. But yeah, that is kind of it. Talking about work again, I guess. We're just getting ready, you know. We're getting ready for the end of the season. We're starting to palletize some cargo. We're accepting mail and packages and things like that to be sent out. So all these different things are happening for the end of the season, which is unreal. I can't believe it's coming to an end. I mean, I'm recording this right now. A little over a week from now, I might not be here at the South Pole anymore. And that blows my mind. But yeah, that's honestly kind of it for the month of September. Like I said, it was a very busy month. It flew by, which I was actually not expecting. I was expecting September to be probably the slowest month of them all, but yeah, it actually flew by, which was quite nice. And here we are in the middle of October. Wow. But yeah, like I said, there will be one more review video coming out. Once again, if you have any questions, leave them down below and I will answer them in the comments or maybe in the next video, who knows, one of the two. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, you know what to do. Make sure you go down below and hit the little like button, subscribe, hit the bell, comment, share, do the things, do the drill. You know what's up. You know what's up. I don't need to tell you. So thank you so much, and I will see you next week.